Core, today was a sticky one. We've ended the day up 1.4k on four separate combines, which is a good thing because I waited for my setup and I was confident with the trades that I took. And the downside to that is it took me four trades to get there. I hit a loss and then I hit two break evens and then we caught the displacement leg and got to take profit. Today was such an easy bias, so let's get into it. You're gonna get eye raped when I turn on the executions because, as you guys will know, what four trades looks like executions wise. Yeah, man. Yeah, man. Do not be mystified. Like, it's pretty obvious. So first things first, we've got went long, stop. This was the loss practically. Went long, edged by three ticks here, break even. Went long, seek and destroyed. Went long, caught the displacement leg. Now, as we can see, today has ended bearish, and that is what everyone expected from today. If you didn't get that, then follow through to the end because I'm going to be explaining how I knew it was going to be a bearish day, or I anticipated that it would be. So, yesterday there was an AYS breach or something. You guys will probably know about it, where the data service or some shit got hacked into, which is why there's like a massive gap here on MNQ when there shouldn't be. But hey ho, that's cool. Let's get into the bias. So I was bearish because we got a daily fair value gap here. What are we doing? We're wicking and rejecting. Now we've displaced through it, inversing this daily fair value gap. What does that hint? That hints that we're not in bearish order flow. We have a confirmed drawn liquidity higher, and we're in bullish order flow. We are heavily overextended to the upside. What do we want to see? We want to see a fair value gap on the higher time frames holding and just catch the displacement leg up. So boom, we've got relative equal highs resting above. We've got Asia high resting above. We've got a bearish opening gap range plus internal low resistance liquidity. What do we want to see? We want to see internal and external liquidity draws aligned. That is exactly what we've got, and that is why today was just a primal setup. So getting to it, we have got two 4-hour fair value gaps. Obviously you can see that there's no candles here, but these are the precise 4-hour fair value gaps that were on the charts today. So cool. Market opens. What do I want to see? I want to see London low get swept out if I'm gonna be bullish. That accounts to this session low getting taken, leaving only one session high resting. Asia high. Session highs, aka London and Asia, are the highest forms of drawn liquidity. Paired with internal buy side liquidity. What do we expect? Bullish runs higher. So market opens, we push down, whatever. Cool. So here's where I took my first loss. So after us sweeping out London low and ES also swept out London low, I just anticipated, like, look, we're holding this 4-hour fair value gap. We can clearly see that we don't want to pass through it as shown throughout the whole of London session. So now what do I want to see? I want to see internal manipulation, an SMT, and a change in state delivery, because we've already got our confident drawn liquidity. We've got our internal stacked highs in line with our external stacked highs. So cool. Going to the low time frames. What can I see? I can see that we've already swept out London lows, and ES has had a hard rejection. ES's candle looked like that, but after it touched it, it just boomed to the upside. Now remember, I'm not trying to predict the market. I'm trying to do what the market's telling me. We have got internal manipulation here, holding with an internal SMT. Now that was my mistake today. I did not have an external SMT, but it's all right because the draws were confident enough to tell me we were going higher. Cool. I enter long after seeing this CISD. Now, as you can see, that is not clear displacement. That is clear displacement. That is clear displacement above this high. Like, that is not clear displacement, and that is why I got stopped out. Now, I originally entered with my stops at this low, but I understood, like, likelihood is this trade ain't gonna pull through, so I just literally pulled it like there or something. I pulled it like there, which is calm because I understood my loss. I took the lesson from it and I implemented that lesson into the next trade. So cool. 3 p.m. candle opens here. There we go. At this point, I'm literally just waiting because I can already see our likelihood is that we're gonna hold and produce bullish order flow. Now, it doesn't necessarily have to take out these highs as shown. It rejected lower. But I'm trying to get my piece of the pie. I don't need all of these stacked highs to be off for the day to get my win that I need. So cool. I can see that 1 minute wise, we have got this rejection block. Now, is it a mad rejection block like this? No. Is it a mad rejection block like this? No, but it's a rejection block. We can see that CE of the wick is holding bullish order flow. We can see that wicks don't want to pass through it to take out this 4-hour for value gap. At this point, we have got a 4-hour inverse for value gap here, and we are holding some kind of like SMT down here or whatever. Now, when I was talking about the external SMTs, there's probably going to be one on YM. If there's not, then I don't really care. But if there was, then there's the external SMT. I just didn't see it. So cool. 10 a.m. candle opens. And what do I want to see? I just want to see displacement to the upside because I can see we're holding this rejection block. I can see we've got a bunch of low resistance liquidity resting. I can see that we have inversed this 4-hour for value gap, hinting that people are selling, hinting that people are trying to take profit at this 4-hour low, which means there's what? There's a bunch of liquidity resting here. There's a bunch of liquidity resting here. Guys, like, learn. Liquidity is needed. In this situation, me understanding that price is baiting people into shorting the markets, that aids my bias. And that is a heavy confluence that you need to add to your trading. So cool. I'm literally just anticipating a follow through or whatever you want to call it. We inverse this 1 minute for value gap. I'm like, cool. Like, why wouldn't we go up? So originally my stops are at this low because as you can see, if I put my stop loss at like 50% of this wick here, or if I put it at the bottom of this rejection block, like look, why am I pointing? We just wick it. We just wick it. Fat boy, get down. So cool. I'm literally holding my SL there. I get edged by 3 ticks. I move my stop loss to break even. Now look, I'm taking the lessons that I've already learnt before. Last week, on these 4 exact combines, they all got failed or whatever, rule break, whatever. That is because I didn't move my stop loss to break even. What am I doing? I'm going into the markets with the objective of building good habits. So I'm going to take the lessons that I learned recently and implement them into every single trade that I take now, or just me being on the markets. Cool. I go break even, reduce my risk, bang, stopped out. I understand that we're holding bullish order flow. I understand that we have also just had a seek and destroy to OTE of this range. Look, OTE of this range, rejecting the rejection block. Cool. I'm anticipating bullish order flow. I go long. I get stopped at, I get seek and destroyed to the tick. What does that mean? It's okay. It just shows me that we have our draws on liquidity still resting higher. So what happens here? We have got even more liquidity here now. So I go long, stop loss at the recent low, take profit like there or something, and bada bing, bada boom, bang. We just get straight displacement to the take profit. Now, the main concepts that I used to get into this trade, this will be the last part of it, was 5 things. We have got our internal and external draws on liquidity aligned. There's our confident draw on liquidity. We have got our internal manipulation. There's our second thing. We have got our S&T holding. Third thing. We have got a 1 minute change in state to the upside, or 1 minute gap inversion. That's our fourth thing. Now that fourth thing confirms our, oh hello, that CISD or the inverse just tells us like we're having a change in order flow. And then finally, the fact that there is a bunch of orders getting filled right here. No, fat boy. No, you need to get down. Don't worry, I'll be a second. And then the last thing, the fifth thing, is that I could see a bunch of Joeys getting really anxious, putting their stop loss at this high or at these highs, and aiming for either equilibrium of the range or this 4-hour value gap. And that tells me where's the liquidity resting. It's resting above, so why would I not buy? Hope that was pretty easy to understand, and yeah, I hope that you got something out of this video, because at the end of the day, not only is this channel to document my progression and my journey to profitability and 8 figures, it is for you guys to learn from my mistakes, for you guys not to waste time like I did, because you can see guys in the TikTok comment sections and whatever saying like they got profitable in like 6 months, in a year. It took me 20 months to become. I'm not profitable yet. I'm not taking that title because I'm not, but I can get payouts. And yeah, I just really want you guys to not waste any time. So I will see you in the next one.